A luxury birthday trip, a surprise proposal, a picture-perfect relationship. Then, less than a week later, a death that authorities say was self-inflicted, but her own family says something isn't adding up.
We just think it's very odd that our daughter is traveling with Joe and we don't hear anything from Joe. To me, that's very odd. And initial call that she got from Joe was 11 hours after something had transpired in the room.
It started like something story takes a turn. According to authorities, things weren't as perfect as they appeared. At some point during the trip, Ashlee and Joe got into a serious argument. We're not talking about something minor either. It was enough for hotel staff to step in and separate them into different rooms. That alone raises questions. But then comes the timeline. Ashlee was later found unresponsive in her room, still alive at the time, and taken to the hospital. She passed away the next day. That's the official sequence. But here's the part that people can't ignore. Her family says they weren't informed until around 11 hours later. 11 hours. Think about that for a second. If someone you love is in a life-threatening situation, why wait that long? Her mother has been very clear. That delay doesn't sit right. And for them, it's one of the biggest red flags in the entire case. But that's just the beginning. Because once people started paying attention, they began looking at Joe much more closely. After the news broke, people didn't just focus on what happened. They started watching how things were handled afterward. And one detail stood out immediately. Instead of going completely silent, there were reports that Joe continued posting online, talking about AI, crypto, business as usual. Now, to be clear, everyone reacts differently to trauma, but for many watching, it didn't feel right. That emotional disconnect, it raised eyebrows fast. Then came another claim. Some people online believe posts from Ashlee's account, especially ones featuring their relationship, started disappearing. There's no official confirmation of that, but the idea alone added fuel to the conversation. Because now people weren't just asking what happened. They were asking, why does this feel off? And that curiosity led people down an even deeper path. As more details surfaced, attention shifted to Joe McCann's business world. He was running a crypto fund called Asymmetric, and according to reports, things didn't go well. We're talking about massive losses, around 80% in 2025. That's not small. That's millions. Investors were upset, some even speaking out publicly. And right after that, Joe reportedly began pushing a new venture, aiming to raise $1.5 billion. To some, that looked like ambition. To others, it raised serious questions, because timing matters. Now add this to the conversation. There have been claims online about a life insurance policy involving Ashlee, with Joe listed as the beneficiary. To be very clear, these are unverified reports and speculation, but people online are connecting these pieces together and building their own theories. Financial pressure, a new venture, insurance rumors. It creates a narrative, and whether that narrative is accurate or not, it's gaining attention fast. But what really pushed this case into overdrive were the details people couldn't explain. This is where things get even more intense. Some reports mention marks found around Ashlee's neck, and that detail alone has people asking questions, because it doesn't clearly align, at least in the public's eyes, with the explanation that's been given. Again, these are discussions happening online, not confirmed conclusions. But when combined with everything else, the timeline, the argument, the delay, it creates doubt. And then there's this. Authorities have officially stated that her death was self-inflicted. At the same time, the investigation is still ongoing. Joe McCann has not been charged, but he is still being questioned. His passport has reportedly been withheld. So even with an official statement out there, this case is far from closed. And that's exactly why people aren't letting it go. But something else happened along the way. The story stopped being just about Ashlee and started becoming something much bigger. Online. The conversation shifted into debates about relationships, identity, and personal choices. People began pulling up old posts, screenshots, building narratives. Some defended her, others criticized her. And suddenly, a real person, with a real life, became a symbol. That shift is important, because while the investigation is still ongoing, public opinion is already forming. And once a narrative takes hold, it becomes very hard to change, which raises a bigger question. Are people actually searching for the truth, or just reinforcing what they already believe? Right now, there are still more questions than answers. No charges have been filed. The investigation is still active. Her family is pushing for deeper involvement, even calling for outside authorities to step in. And at the center of all this are a few critical questions that haven't gone away. What really happened in that room? Why was there such a long delay before her family was told? And are we looking at a tragedy, or something that hasn't fully come to light yet? One thing is clear. This story isn't over, and as more information comes out, the truth, whatever it is, will eventually catch up. But until then, people are watching, questioning, and trying to piece it all together. So now I want to hear from you. What do you think really happened here? Drop your thoughts below, and let's talk about it.